Let us have the discussion on the engines. Engine is one which converts or takes some of the form of energy and convert into a mechanical output. Basically, we have two types of engines: IC engines and EC engines. IC engine, it is internal combustion engine. The internal combustion engine, as the name indicates, the combustion of fuel takes place within the engine cylinder. So that it is called internal combustion engine. And external combustion engine, the combustion of fuel takes place external to the engine, and the formation of energy develops or energy developed will be within the engine cylinder. A very simple example for the second one, EC engine, is the boiler. At the boiler, the steam will be formed and it takes place outside the engine cylinder, and the steam will be fed into the cylinder, and here the energy will be developed. So we have basically two types of engines. One is IC engine and another one is EC engine, external combustion engine and internal combustion engine. Now we discuss a few important information which necessarily all have to understand or all must have to know. The construction features of the engine cylinder. How this engine will be? Say we have the engine. The engine will be having a cylinder. A cylinder will be there, and the cylinder will be having the two openings, and this is called the inlet opening, and this is called outlet opening. Outlet opening, and this inlet opening and outlet opening will be operated by a mechanical device that is called as a poppet valve. The poppet valve is one which will be operating this inlet and exhaust openings. So this is the poppet valve which I have taken, and these poppet valves will be timely operated by means of a cam. A cam will be operating these, and these will be positioned against the spring force. Against the spring force, these will be positioned. Now this is the inlet, and this will be the exhaust or outlet. The whole system is called the inlet valve, and this is exhaust valve. Now here within this we will be having a piston. A piston will be there. A piston which will be exactly suiting inside the cylinder, and again it will be having the rings, lubricating rings, and the airtight rings. All these will be there, and this particular piston will be operated by means of the other linkages. Let me write this linkage. So this one linkage, and it will be connected to the crank. It will be connected to the crank. How this crank will be? Just I'll be showing the crank also. The crank will be exactly like this. The crank will be exactly, it will be appearing like this. The thing which I have written here, this is A, and this is B, this is B. And at this particular location, this connecting rod will be connected. This is called as connecting rod. Connecting rod. Now this connecting rod will be operated, and this will be rotating, okay, in a circular manner, and this will be rotating in the circular manner. About this, it will be rotated in a circular manner, and due to this circular movement, what happens? This connecting rod will be providing a reciprocating action for the piston within the cylinder. Now this inlet valve, which will be operated by the inlet, the poppet valve which I told, timely it will be operated by means of a cam. In case of petrol engine, a petrol plus a proportionate quantity of air will be fed into this. And in case of diesel engine, fresh air will be fed into this. Please remember, in case of petrol engine, the petrol and air mixture will be fed into this through this inlet, and in case of diesel engine, the fresh air will be entered into this. And here in this particular location, we will be having a spark plug. If it is the petrol engine, which will be having the spark plug, and if it is a diesel engine, it will be having the diesel injector. Okay, now need not to get confused. Let me discuss a few things about the petrol engine, how the petrol engine works. If I took the 4-stroke petrol engine, why this is called as 4-stroke engine? And here you can see that once this particular connecting rod, it starts from here and it is ending at the same point, it will be called as one revolution or 2 strokes. You can see that one stroke will be coming here and another one, this is the second stroke. So this one full rotation is equal to 2 strokes. So in case of 4-stroke petrol or diesel engine, there will be 4 strokes or 2 full rotation of the crankshaft. 2 full rotation of the crankshaft or the 4 stroke of the piston. Now let me discuss a few words about the 4-stroke petrol engine working. 4-stroke petrol engine, how it works. So what are these 4 strokes of the engine? There will be, the fuel has to be taken inside and it has to be compressed, and after that it has to get combustion, and finally the exhaust gases have to be expelled to the atmosphere. So there are 4 important strokes. One is suction stroke, the second one is the expansion stroke, the compression stroke, and the third one is the expansion stroke, and fourth one is exhaust stroke. So here you can see this particular thing is called the top dead center, TDC, and this is called bottom dead center, or simply we can say it is BDC. It is also called as cover end and it is called crank end and cover end. Whatever you can name TDC or cover end and BDC or the crank end. Now during this suction stroke, what happens? The pistons start to move from top to bottom. It will be moving from top to the bottom. So during this, the inlet valve will be open and exhaust valve will be closed. This is inlet valve and this is the exhaust valve, and this will be closed, and the piston moving from top dead center to the bottom dead center. And during this particular stroke, what happens? The fresh air and fuel mixture will be entering into the engine cylinder. So here the inlet will be opened and the exhaust will be closed, and the fuel will be fresh air and petrol mixture. Petrol plus air mixture, it is called fuel, will be entering into the cylinder. This entry of air and fuel mixture will take place until this particular piston is reaching to the bottom dead center. So this is called as a suction stroke. This is called as suction stroke. Suction stroke. Now let me come to the compression stroke. Compression stroke. So during this stroke, what happens? Already the fuel is there inside. The fuel is there inside. The piston is at the bottom dead center. The piston is at the bottom dead center. Okay. And during the stroke, it is the inlet valve is closed and exhaust valve is closed. both will be closed, and the pistons start to move from bottom dead center to the top dead center, and during this what happens, the compression takes place. So you can see that, for example, if I say the compression ratio is 1:10, if you say this particular thing, you are going to divide it into 10 equal parts. For example, this particular part is 1/10 of this particular volume, then the piston is coming up to this position. This is called as 1:10 ratio. So like this, in petrol engine and the diesel engine, a proper compression ratio will be maintained. If you take the diesel engine, the compression ratio will be 1:16 to 1:20, the ratio. And if you take the petrol engine, it will be 1:12 to 1:14, like this. Okay. And during this stroke, what happens? The piston moves from here to this position, and this is called as compression stroke. The total fuel is compressed. So what happens? The fuel will be agitated inside. That means whatever the air and fuel mixture it has been taken, it is compressed. It will be attaining a particular temperature, and the volume will be decreased, the pressure will be increased, and the temperature will be increased. And due to this, it will be attaining a proper the mixture. The mixture will be homogeneous. So whatever the point you take within this engine cylinder, the quality of the mixture will be similar throughout the entire cylinder within this space. So this is called as the compression stroke. And here it is going from bottom dead center to the top dead center. And if you go to the expansion stroke, if you come to the expansion stroke, already during the previous stroke, what happens? The inlet valve was closed, the exhaust valve was closed, and the piston was moved up to this position, and the fuel was within this particular passage. It is compressed, and it has attained high temperature, high pressure with lesser volume. Okay, at this particular end of the stroke, what happens? Even this position also, the inlet valve is closed, the exhaust valve is closed, and here very important term which you come across, it is a spark plug. A spark plug will be there. This is called a spark plug. Spark plug. And at the end of the stroke, what happens? The pistons start to move from the it is ready to move from top dead center to the bottom dead center. Top dead center to the bottom dead center. Okay. And at the end of the stroke, what happens? The spark will develop a spark. The spark plug will be developed in the spark. Already it has attained high pressure, high temperature with lesser volume, and the pressure is also more. What happens? Due to this, the combustion starts here. The combustion of the fuel starts. So due to this combustion, what happens? It will try to explode, it will try to expand. So forcibly the work will be done on the piston head. Forcibly work will be done on the piston head, so that the piston start to move from top dead center to the bottom dead center. And this particular movement is called as power stroke. Power stroke. And here, this is what the power will be developed in the engine cylinder. So during the suction stroke, there is no power developed. The power already it has been developed during the previous cycle. It will be part of it will be utilized. And during the compression stroke, again the power will not be developed. The piston will be moving from bottom dead center to the top dead center. And for this compression also, some part of the power which was developed earlier, that will be utilized. And during this expansion stroke, the actual work will be done on the piston head, So because of the sudden expansion of the fuel, the combustion will takes place. So due to this, the expansion will takes place, and this is called as working stroke or the power stroke. Working stroke or power stroke. And now next, after this, next let me come to the exhaust stroke. So during this exhaust stroke, what happens? The inlet valve is also closed. Inlet valve is closed, and exhaust valve will be opened. Here you can see that as soon the piston is reaching to the bottom center, the exhaust valve will be opened. The exhaust valve will be opened, but the fuel, the combustion product will not go outside. The pressure of this combustion product will fall down nearly to the atmospheric pressure, but this will not be flowing out. And during this next, the expansion stroke, what happens? The piston will start to move from the bottom dead center to the top dead center. It will moving from bottom dead center to the top dead center. Already the combustion product which is there inside, and already this exhaust valve also opened. What happens while it is moving? This particular the combustion product will be expelled to the atmosphere. This will be enter into the atmosphere. Okay, this will be going out of. So these are the 4 important stroke of the petrol 4-stroke petrol engine. Now here one thing which I told you, during this working stroke the power will be developed, and during this suction stroke, compression stroke and the exhaust stroke, how the energy will be taken up. You can see this. Now for example, you say this is the connecting rod and this will be connected to the piston, and the piston will be reciprocating inside the engine cylinder, and this will be supported by the bearings, and here at the end of this there will be a flywheel. The flywheel will be there, and this flywheel will be acting like a capacitor. And what happens during this power stroke, once the power is developed, and due to this what happens, some amount of power will be stored into this flywheel, and to perform the suction stroke and the compression stroke and the exhaust stroke, some amount of energy which was stored in this flywheel will be relieved from this. Okay, this is what the working of the 4-stroke petrol engine. Now, how this 4-stroke petrol engine can be shown by the PV diagram I will be showing you. It is a pressure and volume diagram. And this is the pressure. You say this is my engine cylinder. This is the engine cylinder, for example. Okay, this is the engine cylinder. And now, during this suction stroke, the fresh air and fuel mixture will be entered into the engine cylinder. This will be entered into the engine cylinder. This is called the suction stroke. You say it is A to B. Approximately, it will be happens at atmospheric pressure. And during this next stroke, what is this? The compression stroke. You can see that the first one is the suction stroke, the second one is a compression stroke. During this compression stroke, the compression of the fuel takes place. It will be compressing, and you can see that the pressure will be increasing, the volume will be decreasing. The volume of this will be decreasing. You can see that the volume earlier it was this much, and the volume will be decreasing, and this is what this particular thing is called the compression stroke. This is the inlet stroke or the suction stroke. Okay, and now next, at the end of this suddenly what happens? The spark plug will develop the spark, and again the pressure will be increased, and the combustion will take place. The combustion starts here, and the more or less the combustion will start at constant volume, so that it is called, as these engines are called, the constant volume cycle. These petrol engines are also called the constant volume cycle engines, and this combustion can be shown by the line CD. And now, at the end of this, both the inlet and the exhaust valves are closed. Already you know that, and you know that the combustion start, and due to this the power will be developed, and the piston head will be, some amount of work will be done on the piston head, and the piston start to move downwards. So this is shown by this line, and this is the expansion stroke or power stroke. As I told you just during the previous explanation, at the end of the stroke, the exhaust valve will be opened, and in fact the combustion product will not be let to the atmosphere. The pressure of those combustion product will be fall down approximately to the atmospheric pressure. So this is sudden opening of the valve. Okay, you say it is A. Now at the end of this, the piston start to move from bottom dead center to the top dead center, so that the combustion product will be sent to the atmosphere more or less at the constant atmospheric pressure. This is what the PV diagram or the pressure volume diagram of the petrol engine. And in fact, the actual the PV diagram is slightly different from this one, and this I'll be showing you. Here it may not be required. So this is the suction stroke, and this is the compression stroke, and this is the spark plug will develop the spark, the combustion start, and this is the expansion stroke, and again this will be exhaust stroke. So this is the actual PV diagram, and this is called theoretical PV diagram of this one. So once again, the internal combustion engine, in this the 4-stroke petrol engine I am talking about. Since this engine performs 2 complete rotation of the crankshaft or 4 stroke of the piston, the power will be developed, so that this is called as the 4-stroke engine. And this 4-stroke petrol engine, what are those 4 strokes? The suction stroke, and the compression stroke, and the working stroke or expansion stroke, and the exhaust stroke. So during this suction stroke, the inlet valve will be opened and the exhaust valve will be closed. The proportionate quantity or metered quantity of air and fuel mixture will be entering into the engine cylinder, and this entry will takes place until the cylinder, the piston which is reciprocating in the cylinder, which will be reaching the bottom jet center. At the end of this stroke, both inlet and exhaust valve will be closed, and now it is ready to perform the compression stroke. During this compression stroke, both inlet and exhaust valves will be closed. The piston moves from VDC to the TDC, and due to this compression, what happens? The volume which was occupied this fuel mixture will be reduced. So due to this reduction in the volume, the pressure will be increased, the temperature will be increased, and what happens? The homogeneous the mixture will be formed within the engine cylinder. And at the end of this stroke, what happens? The spark will be developing the spark, and due to this sudden sparking, what happens? The combustion takes place, and due to this combustion, the gases which will try to expand, so that those will be performing the work onto this engine cylinder. Those will be performing the work onto this engine cylinder, so that this is called as a power stroke. So due to this movement, what happens? Forcibly the piston try to move from the top dead center to the bottom dead center, so that it is called the expansion stroke or the working stroke of the engine. And at the end of the stroke, the exhaust valve will be opened, and the combustion product will not be let to the atmosphere. The pressure of these combustion product will fall down to the atmospheric pressure. Now the next stroke is the expelling stroke or the exhaust stroke. So during this exhaust stroke, already the inlet valve is closed, the exhaust valve is opened, and the piston start to move from the BDC to the TDC. Due to this movement, what happens? The combustion product which was present inside this will be replaced. That means it will be moved out of the combustion chamber. Now this combustion chamber is ready to take the next fuel mixture, and this one complete stroke is particular power stroke is completed. So